Hi, good people. Let me break down the finance bill as the series continues, as we prepare to go through the finance bill 2025, and I have a copy, and I've read it. This finance bill is not adding taxes directly, lakini proposals za kuongeza taxes zimefichwa through amending other laws. So we are amending other laws. For example, we are amending Data Protection Act, we are amending Tax Procedures Act, we are amending Excise Duty Tax Act, we are amending Value Addition Act, we are amending many so that we can be able to reach you. Now, I served in the National Assembly of the 12th Parliament. We passed a very critical law called Data Protection Act. That is a law that protects the government from invading your personal data, personal accounts, getting to know how much you earn, how much you save, and so on and so forth. However, the finance bill proposal that has been presented in the National Assembly says and recommends removing the limitation of preventing the Commissioner of Tax from demanding that taxpayer shares information or integrate systems for data sharing. Integrating system ni kusema nini? Your bank account can be integrated in the KRA system so that when you're paid, KRA knows you're paid. KRA is able to follow payments, is able to follow your money from data sharing function. Personal information can also be shared. Now, the risk of this, opening this gap, is that trade secrets can be exposed. Every business person has their own trade secrets. Biashara yoyote iko na maficho pahali unafanya kazi, hutaki kila mtu ajue pahali munalipana, and those trade secrets are going to be exposed. Now, the other loophole that is subject to misuse is politics. That now, if, for example, I am competing against you, I can go to KRA, get your information, get to know how much money you have in the account, get to know who trades with you, who does business with you, and interfere with you, and use that information against you politically or otherwise. By the way, hii kifunguka, turuhusu KRA to integrate systems za data kwa mabenki, kwa M-Pesa, kwa SACCOS, hii ataboma itabomoa. Because there are some spouse partners who don't want to share what they invest, how they invest, how much money they have put in their savings and their social security and such like things. Yeah? Wale watu wako na mabibi wawili watatu ama wako na concubine, si watapatikana. Kwa hivyo nyinyi ndio mtadecide kama hii itapita ama itapita. Lakini the proposal to remove the limitation preventing the Commissioner of Tax from demanding information from the taxpayers, making sure that data systems are integrated so that they can be able to share your information, trade secrets, personal information, is in the Finance Bill 2025. Ipite, isipite. It's up to you.
Why are we taking through this a special exam? Yep. Why are we taking our children into this whole pain? Like it is begging. It's like we are begging the government to support these children. And let me tell you, when I talked about this issue, I even spoke to the VC of the university, Professor Wamboyi-Ngomi, and she confessed that they have been having a lot of issues. Let me tell you, it's only that most universities are not speaking. The amount of punishment and intimidation that is going through in the universities in the name of help must stop. So I'm wondering if really we are a serious government. I'm sorry, I am voted through the UDA ticket, so I'm part of this government. But really, if really we are serious, why are we bringing even issues of tokenism even to the university system? Going down to capitation, let's talk about capitation. I have a school in my constituency. I have schools in my constituency where I have confirmed that kids, learners were removed from NEMIS. They are no longer accounted for.
What do you mean removed? How?
Suspended from NEMIS, you know. Every school has its own portal where you log in and check your children whether they are listed in NEMIS, because if your child is not listed in NEMIS, then it means you're not going to receive capitation per head of that child. You're not going to receive money for books, textbooks. You're not going to get activity fee. So I was surprised that in my constituency, I had over 311 students as per February this year that were suspended from NEMIS. When I followed up, it was shocking that was just an iceberg of the big problem. And that no wonder these guys are planning to run away from NEMIS and now want to introduce something else. Because if we really do audits and get to know what has been happening with that NEMIS funding, you'll be shocked. So 311 students, secondary day school students. I didn't even do boarding. I didn't even do primary. That was just day secondary schools. The highest number of students removed from one school was 157 learners in one school called William Ngiru Secondary School. And I have facts. I followed up as a member of parliament, went to parliament, and asked the question to the minister. Why are my students being removed from NEMIS? Why are you suspending children? And he denied. You know the law of parliament, the regulations of parliament.
Yeah.
If you claim something, you have to substantiate. Yeah. And I tabled a document to the minister, and I challenged him, can you go and check whether I am right? And he confirmed I was right. So if these students were removed in February, what happened last year? It means they didn't get their allocation.
So is it deletion, or they have been moved to a different school?
No.
What happened?
It is total suspension. Total.
Was the reason explained?
Nobody has ever explained even now. And do you know now why they are panicking? They are panicking because they have already stolen money. That is money that was diverted, because every child is supposed to receive some money. So if you suspended...
Stolen, diverted to where? To who?
Who knows? But that money was not accounted. Those children were not accounted for.
Okay.
And I wish we can actually do a national audit to every individual school in this country. Get to know the real physical head count versus the theoretical head evidence, or rather data.
All right.
The theoretical it means what is apparently supposed to be for that school versus the head count. You'll be shocked. So let me tell you, I insisted in parliament that we must do a national audit on NEMIS.
All right.
We must account for every shilling that is supposed to be sent in Githunguri schools. No wonder there is a lot of panic. Now they want to move away from NEMIS, abandon NEMIS, and introduce a new system called KIMS, so that we do not follow. Inaitwa KEMIS ama KIMS? KEMIS.
KIMS ni uchaguzi.
Hiyo inaitwa nini? KEMIS.
Kenya Education Management Information System.
That is it. Before we move from NEMIS to KEMIS, whatever it is, can we do a national audit and account for every... I'm sure you saw what happened on Friday.
Mheshimiwa Wamuchomba, let's take a break.
Hold on a minute. Before you take a break. Last Friday, the Daily Nation had a story about one school that received 87 shillings. For capitation.
87 shillings?
Yes. So are you telling me that school has only, even one student does not even anyway get 87 shillings?
Okay.
So who is this who is sending 87 shillings in one school?